Something changes in many women when they approach 40, and almost nobody talks about it. One year, she's fully immersed in family life, making breakfast, organizing schedules, planning vacations. Then suddenly something shifts. She starts focusing more on herself. New clothes, more time on her phone, maybe new attention from the outside world, and you're left wondering, what just changed? This isn't rare. Across the world, men quietly watch the woman they thought they knew begin transforming, and not overnight, but gradually. And the most surprising part? It rarely comes without warning. You believe you know your wife. After years together, shared struggles, children, memories, you assume your bond is unshakable. But here's a hard truth many people don't understand. Around midlife, identity itself can begin to change. This isn't just about aging, it's about psychology. For decades, many women receive the same message from society. Your desirability is part of your value, from youth into their 30s. Attention often comes easily. Compliments, admiration, validation. It becomes familiar, normal. Then time moves forward as it does for everyone. One day she looks in the mirror and realizes she doesn't look the same as she once did. Not worse, just different. But that difference can trigger something deeper than appearance. It can shake identity. Imagine being an athlete whose entire self-worth was built on physical performance, and suddenly realizing your peak years are behind you. You're still capable, but no longer invincible. That psychological impact is real. Now here's where things become complicated. Some people accept this, transition and grow into a new phase of life with confidence and wisdom. Others panic, and panic makes people chase feelings instead of protecting what they've built. At 22, compliments might feel ordinary. But at 42, that same compliment can hit with unexpected intensity. It becomes reassurance, proof they're still seen. And attention that is chosen often feels more powerful than attention that is expected. Your love may be constant, but constancy can become invisible when someone is searching for emotional intensity. This is why the danger in long relationships is rarely hatred. It's emotional drift. It often begins subtly. She talks about the past differently, not with relief, but nostalgia. Old memories carry a glow. Stories sound more alive. Then comparisons creep in. Social media accelerates this. Endless highlight reels. Reinvention stories. People starting over. Carefully edited lives that make ordinary stability look dull. The algorithm doesn't show consequences, only excitement. Soon, self-focus increases. Maybe it starts with healthier habits. Skincare, fitness, wardrobe changes. All positive on their own? But sometimes the motivation underneath isn't growth. It's fear. Fear of becoming invisible. Fear of losing options, then comes emotional distance. I need space. I want to rediscover myself. I just want to feel alive again. Sometimes it shows up as constant conflict. Other times as strange politeness. Both can signal something shifting internally. And often outside voices reinforce it. Friends who encourage radical change. Media that celebrates reinvention. Cultural messages repeating, you deserve more. Follow your feelings. Don't settle. But here's what rarely gets said. Feelings are temporary. Commitment is built. Excitement fades in every long-term relationship, not because love dies, but because familiarity replaces novelty. And novelty is chemically powerful. Meanwhile, men and women are often told very different stories about aging. Men hear they gain status with experience. That maturity can be attractive. Women often hear the opposite, that youth defines desirability. Whether fair or not, that narrative shapes perception, and perception drives behavior. So while one partner may feel settled, the other may feel time slipping. And when someone begins fearing they missed something, adventure, passion, possibility, they may start chasing it. Here's another critical moment many relationships face. When attention stops being general and becomes specific. Not admiration from the world, but from one person. A coworker. An old acquaintance. Someone new who notices them. Suddenly, the abstract idea of other possibilities becomes real. Most emotional affairs don't start with intention. They start with connection, conversation, validation. It's harmless. We're just friends. But emotional energy flows where attention goes. You might notice changes like more phone privacy, mood shifts, unusual defensiveness, or unexplained excitement. By the time it's obvious, the emotional distance may already exist. Now let's be clear about something important. This isn't about labeling women or men as villains. Midlife transitions hit both genders. People question their choices, their identity, their future. Some buy sports cars, some chase youth, some reinvent their careers. Some walk away from stable lives searching for intensity. It's not always rational. It's human. But when someone rewrites their history to justify leaving, that's when real damage happens. Suddenly, the marriage was always unhappy. The partner becomes controlling. Good memories fade. Not always because they were false, but because the mind protects itself from guilt by reshaping the story. And often, the deepest cost is paid by children, who value stability far more than reinvention. Here's something fascinating about timing. These crises often appear when life is supposed to get easier, when kids grow older, responsibilities lighten, and there's finally room to reflect. Reflection can bring gratitude, or regret. And regret is powerful fuel for impulsive decisions. But here's the truth many people learn too late. Fantasy always beats reality until you have to live in it. New excitement eventually becomes ordinary. The unknown becomes familiar. Chemistry cools. And what once looked like freedom can feel like starting from zero. So what can someone actually learn from all this? First, pay attention to emotional connection long before distance appears. Relationships don't collapse overnight. They erode quietly. Second, never build your identity solely on external validation. Beauty changes. Status changes. Attention fades for everyone. What endures is character, partnership, and shared meaning. Third, understand that midlife isn't a crisis by default. It can be a transformation. The couples who survive it don't avoid change. They grow together through it. They keep choosing each other even when novelty disappears. Because real love isn't constant excitement. It's commitment when excitement naturally rises and falls. And finally, don't assume long history guarantees future stability. Strong relationships are maintained intentionally, not automatically. The real threat isn't aging. It's panic. Because panic makes people destroy what they once prayed for. But wisdom teaches you to recognize the difference between temporary feelings and permanent consequences. And the people who understand that distinction don't just protect their relationships, they deepen them. Don't forget to subscribe our channel if you liked the video.